Hi, welcome to the Hope and Wellness Virtual Retreat, the bonus edition. For those of you who saw us live, you saw Ali and I together, dressed differently because we did on a different day, but those two things that we tried to do ended up on the cutting room floor. So we decided to come back and do it again, third time's a charm, because we wanted you to have this information about starting your day in a positive way. So I'm going to go ahead and share the screen, and I have with me my friend Ali Snow, who is a Young Living consultant and also an energy healer. And Ali, tell them a little bit about you and how you came to get involved in the oils, and also a little bit about your energy healing business.
Hi, thanks so much for having me this morning. It's good to see you. Hello, everyone. So my name is Ali, like Lynnis mentioned. I work with Young Living essential oils, and I absolutely love it. I am also a Reiki master and energy healing for those of you who aren't familiar. And it has been a beautiful journey. So I'm 33 now. The reason that I started getting really involved with energy healing and these essential oils originally was for myself. I was struggling with all kinds of chronic illness and a pretty severe anxiety disorder. And I spent a lot of time looking into different things to help myself feel better. And honestly, the Young Living essential oils helped me so much. I started sharing with friends and family, and then just ultimately started sharing with anyone and everyone I could. And I benefited so much from the work that I did with my energy healer that I decided to become one and help other people with their own, situations, be them needing support physically or emotionally or spiritually or all of it. And it's been a beautiful journey. So I'm really happy to be here this morning.
Fantastic. Thanks, Ali. And you and I have something in common because I have an anxiety disorder also. And that's how I got familiarized with essential oils almost 11 years ago. About 12 years ago, I was diagnosed with an anxiety disorder. And, they put me on traditional medication. And what motivated me to get off the medication basically was something that was strictly conceit. I was being conceited because I gained 13 pounds from this stuff. And even though I was always considered skinny, I was uncomfortable with that 13 pounds. I didn't feel like myself. So I decided I got to find something else. So it was actually the anxiety disorder that brought me to essential oils, but also brought me to what I do today as a holistic living and wellness expert for women over 40. I just got into the whole wellness industry and looking for alternative ways to be well using holistic practices like energy healing, for instance, and fitness and nutrition and spiritual renewal. And actually essential oils kind of falls into all of that because a lot of people use essential oils in their holistic practice. A lot of people use essential oils in part of their nutrition regime. A lot of people use essential oils when it comes to the whole fitness piece because it helps with the soreness. And a lot of people use essential oils for the spiritual upliftment. In fact, you can see I have in the background diffusing some essential oils. I have right now in there, I have Young Living Stress Away, Valor, and a little bit of, what is that one called that starts with a V? V.I.B.E. And we'll be talking to you about those oils, and maybe you'll see why I chose those for the beginning of my day, because that's what we're going to be talking about. I thought I would share with you some of the things that I do when I start my day in a positive way. I've also included in the email that you opened when you saw this, a clip about more in depth about how I start my day in a positive way. Today, we're going to focus on how I start my day in a positive way and some of the oils that I might use to help my day go smoothly, to start my day in more of an optimistic frame of mind. So let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and share the screen. Okay, I hope, can you see it there?
Absolutely. It looks wonderful.
Okay, fantastic. So again, Hope and Wellness Virtual Retreat, the bonus edition. And we're going to be talking about starting your day in a positive way. And I just kind of wanted to give you a couple of things that I do. And as I said, there is a video in the same email that talks about it even more specifically, that I always start my day with 8 ounces of lemon water. In fact, this is my next 8 ounces. Well, so far I've had like maybe 24 ounces of this so far, but you have the lemon wedges in there, and I like to put lots of ice in there because it's so hot. But really, the best way is first thing in the morning, room temperature, water, hopefully, good water, not necessarily from your tap, but filtered water, with the lemon rind or the lemon juice from the lemon in the water, sitting overnight. So the first thing when you drink it, it's a great wake up for your brain, because your brain is 90% water anyway, or more than 90% water. And the lemon is great because it's a gentle detoxifier, and it kind of just energizes you and wakes you up. And the next thing, of course, I do is I take time for prayer and scripture and journaling, and I talk more about that in the video. I like to incorporate movement, whether it's dance or going for a walk or yoga. I love doing that. And listening to uplifting music. For me, it's gospel music. Somebody else, it might be rock music, whatever it is that kind of gives you a whew, when you first wake up in the morning. Always have a light breakfast, not maybe necessarily pancake, sausage, eggs, and, biscuits, not that, but maybe something lighter like a healthy smoothie, maybe using spinach and kale and some kind of a fruit and some kind of a superfood, like maybe omega-3 superfood, or some kind of, or chia seed or something like that, to give you really a big bang for your buck in terms of having a smoothie. And then I like to use aromatherapy. And that's what we're going to be talking about specifically today, are the different scents that you might want to use to usher in a positive feeling of upliftment that hopefully will carry on throughout your day, because I truly do believe how you start your day very much determines how the rest of your day is going to be. If you start your day as a hot mess, the day is probably going to be a hot mess. But if you start your day uplifted, looking forward to the day, feeling optimistic and positive with a good focus in terms of what you have planned for the day, then your whole day is probably going to go pretty well. And I think essential oils is a big part of that. So let's get started with what essential oils are. And Allie, can you kind of describe to them from the Young Living perspective in particular, because you've been selling it longer than I have, about the essential oils and what they are?
Absolutely. Thank you, Lynnis. Okay, so essential oils are basically like the essence of a plant. Now, they can be, extracted in different ways, but one of the things that I love so much about Young Living is they don't use chemicals at all, even in the extraction process of the oils. There are no chemical solvents, and everything is done in a completely natural way. So essential oils, what they do is they have each like a unique compound, and they're wonderful. So, if you go to the grocery store and you were like, oh, I'll just grab some essential oils here, chances are that maybe they smell nice, but they're not necessarily going to be therapeutic. In the United States, if something is labeled therapeutic, that only means that 5% of the oil is actually therapeutic. Otherwise, it might just be chemicals or just filled with water. So I really love Young Living because the oils are 100% therapeutic. They're not watered down. They don't have any chemicals in them. And honestly, in my own health journey, I have seen a lot of medicinal and healing properties from the oils for myself, which is why I've gotten so passionate about them.
I love essential oils. Another thing I've noticed about the Young Living oils, because I used another kind of oil for a long time. When I first got delivered from my anxiety, it was ultimately because of the essential oils I was using and the talk therapy I was going through. But the essential oils really helped set the tone so I could receive better the work that was being done in the talk therapy. It just kind of opened me up. It lowered some of those symptoms that you feel in terms of that sense of overwhelm or that sense of worry or stress. The oils that I used. And I quickly found out with Young Living is that they're very, very powerful. You've heard of that tone of a little drop will do you. That's absolutely true. I have basically stopped using some of my other colognes and stuff because they just clash. And just about every oil that I use, maybe for a medicinal value, people will ask me there, oh, what is that you have on? It's like, oh, spruce, So something that when I first smelled, I was like, oh, that's strong, but it
Right.
stays with you, and it kind of mixes in with your own chemistry.
It
And
does.
many times it smells good, and I
Most
remember,
often it
yeah,
does.
yeah, I remember someone in Young Living telling me, when you start using these oils, you're going to stop using anything else. And they're absolutely right. So,
Yeah, that's my experience as well.
really? Okay, double whammy. So that's what
When-
essential oils are. And now let's talk about some of the essential oils that I like to use or that I suggest you use to start your day in a positive way. Let me first say that these oils have many uses, but I'm just talking in particular about oils that might be helpful for you when you're starting your day so that you can remain positive and feel uplifted. And I also want to say that everybody's body chemistry is different, as we earlier mentioned. So what might be working well for me may not work as well for you. So that's why we have several different kinds that you might want to consider during the start of your day. I use Stress Away, and in fact, I think I mentioned that because I was diffusing it here. And this is Stress Away, pretty little green bottle, and it combats everyday stress, may support your equilibrium, and can create a calming environment when diffused. Calming environment when diffused. So that's why I diffuse that. And Citrus Fresh, that I know it has lemon in it, and I know it has some kind of orange and some other combination of oils. I use citrus essential oils in my skincare program. It really does help to get rid of any blemishes. It really gives my skin a healthy glow, and I use it in combination with either a carrier oil of some kind, which could be olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, or coconut oil, or almond oil, or grapeseed oil. Or rosehip oil. I use olive oil, and I put a couple of drops of citrus in the olive oil, as well as lavender and some frankincense. And that is what I wash my skin with. I have not used a cleanser in probably 8, 9 years. What happened was I moved to Dallas for a little while, and the water there was really harsh for me. Maybe other people were used to it, but I just wasn't used to it, and it began to dry out my skin. I began to really look my age. Oh my God! So I decided to stop using the cleanser because the cleanser with that water was a double whammy. And I was just doing some reading, and I read about how some people wash their face or cleanse their face with olive oil and lavender. And I started doing research on homemade compounds that you can do for your skin using these essential oils. And I came up with this concoction. In fact, that's one of the bonus things that you'll be getting in the email. If you look at what's attached, you'll see some recipes for how to use the oils, and definitely recipes for how to diffuse the oils. The other thing that I added to my skin regime was the frankincense. And frankincense actually also is great for meditation and grounding, which I like to use sometimes right on my temples with a little bit of carrier oil because it's so powerful, and it's also very expensive. So you just need a little drop, and it does help me slow down and focus during my prayer and meditation. It does help me to balance, and that's one reason why sometimes I will diffuse it in my diffuser. And there it is. I add a little drop it says to your moisturizer, but I add a little drop to my cleanser because my cleanser is my moisturizer as well. And it's great for supporting healthy skin. Peppermint. I learned something new about peppermint during this heat wave that we had in California. We had like 3 or 4 days straight of like 105, 106, 107. And I could not get cool. It doesn't matter if I was in the air conditioner or not. I was just hot. But someone said, well, put a little bit of peppermint in, a bottle with water and spray it on you, and that will kind of cool you down. And it works. It's great for a morning pick-me-up if you diffuse it. It does help to cool you down during the course of the day, but early in the morning, if you're waking up, you're feeling a little sore, maybe because of the day before's workout, that will help as well. And when it comes to early morning bloating, for many times as we begin to age, we start this whole bloating thing. And sometimes it's in the afternoon, sometimes it's early morning, sometimes it's at night. For me, it's at night. But in the morning, if you want to fit into those pair of jeans, and you're a little bit bloated, you take a little bit of peppermint with carrier oil. I suggest that you use carrier oil with it because this oil is so powerful, and you just put it on your stomach area, and supposedly it will help with bloating. So,
Absolutely. And can I just give a shout out to peppermint? I personally really love it for a lot of reasons, but actually one thing I just learned about peppermint recently was that if you go ahead and you inhale peppermint, it's very powerful. So if you just inhale it a little bit, maybe 5 times a day or so, up to 10 times, but no more than that, it actually works as an excellent appetite suppressant.
Oh, okay. I'm going to do it right now. You said, do I put it on my palm or just to smell it?
Oh, just smell it. Yeah, you could just open it up and it's very powerful and just really, take a couple deep breaths into it. And it's also, I mean, it can be really helpful for headaches if that's something that you struggle with, or just kind of helping to clear up your sinuses and try it out and see.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I had like this lift, but I also kind of feel clear. And I'll let you know by the end of this video we're doing if I feel like I want to go get something I shouldn't be eating. Because usually I'll get a craving after doing one of these. So I'll let you know if I feel like, a donut or something. So we'll find out.
Okay.
Okay. So Thieves, tell us about Thieves and Raven and Digis and Panaway.
Awesome. Okay. So Thieves Vitality is incredible. I absolutely love Thieves. Okay, so quick shout out for Vitality oils. Oils that have a white label that say Vitality means that they're safe to ingest. And Thieves is one of those. So Thieves is actually a concoction of 5 different ingredients. And it's based off of a story from a few centuries ago in France. There were grave robbers and they were robbing graves during the plague and they weren't getting sick. And so it's like, wait, how are you not getting sick during the plague if you're robbing graves? So Gary Young, the founder of Young Living, went and studied those and then made a concoction to support your immune system based on those stories. So I think that's really awesome. Thieves is great to, I love to just put a drop behind my ears if I'm going to go out to the grocery store or something to support my immune function. A lot of people will enjoy the taste of it, and maybe they'll add a drop of it to their morning coffee or even just in their water. But it's really excellent, to support your respiratory health as well as your immunity.
Fantastic.
Sorry.
I was just going to say I haven't done Thieves yet. I'm looking forward to. That's my next order. Is trying Thieves.
Fantastic. Yeah, you'll have to let us know what you think about it.
I will.
Then we've got our Raven. Raven is wonderful, and you'll notice the packaging in Raven is a little bit different, and that's just because there's a little bit of wintergreen in it. So the bottle is a little bit harder to open, just because then if a little small child gets hold of it, they won't be able to open it. Just because wintergreen is not harmful in and of itself unless you drink it in like a decent amount of quantity. So you never want to ingest it. And anyways, that's why I'm just saying that the Raven and Panaway oils are a little bit more difficult to open just for child safety. But Raven is really wonderful for lung support. So if you are somebody who struggles with asthma, I would highly recommend Raven for lung support. Or, if you're coming down with some kind of illness or think that you might be, it can be, just an excellent support for lung health. It's also really great to put on the bottoms of your feet before or after you exercise. It can be inspiring and uplifting. And so I think that's just wonderful, especially, exercise in the morning is really even extra helpful for us. And so adding in that Raven to support you and uplift you when you're going to exercise, I think is really an awesome psychological component as well. Then we have Digis. Okay, I laugh about Digis. I love Digis. It's very helpful, and it is a vitality oil, so you can ingest it. I personally don't like the smell, which is why I laugh. It's kind of strong, but it's honestly super worth the medicinal benefits for me. I'm a person who has struggled with digestion because I don't have a thyroid or a gallbladder. I've lost those in my health journey. And I found that Digis is helpful for me, as in particular as somebody who struggles with digesting food, to just ease discomfort and just promote digestion. It's wonderful. And then we have, oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. I was going to say, and Panaway?
Yes, and we have Panaway. Panaway is excellent. I really like the smell of Panaway personally. It is really great for if you want to put some on before you exercise to maybe prevent some soreness, or put some Panaway on after you exercise to kind of, address the soreness before it gets out of hand.
Mhm.
Also, a lot of people benefit from Panaway. Like if sometimes, our joints can get achy, and this can be particularly true in colder weather. And so I've had people using oils tell me like, hey, I put some Panaway, on my knee today, and it might be January or something, an extra cold day, and I found some relief. So I feel like it is helpful for, joint support, helpful to support you before or after exercise. It can also support healthy circulation. So Panaway has a lot of awesome benefits.
Fantastic. And I kind of wanted to share with you, when she mentioned about the bottoms of the feet. This is a reflexology map, and basically reflexology is the study of the feet and the pulse points in the feet that lead to the gateways or gateways to our organs. It's kind of hard to see this chart, but hopefully you can see a little bit. And you can see where, for instance, the brain might be, and where your eye and ear are influenced, and you can see where the lung is and the heart. So for instance, if for, let's say, the brain is up there, I think in the middle toe of cerebellum, it's kind of like in the big toe in the middle there. And if you wanted to be more clear in your thinking, using maybe a little bit of peppermint there might be a possibility that might help you focus and have clarity. And there are other oils that give you focus and clarity. Or if you're having some issues with your stomach or around your small intestine area, you see down there towards the lower bottom of the foot, you could possibly rub oils that are good for maybe digize, that are good for any digestive issues. It's really amazing, the restorative value of essential oils when you use them on your feet, because they can lead to organs, especially, and it could be helpful if you're having some issues that are involving any of those organs. I just wanted to point that out to you. Also, more about the oils. Lavender is something that I absolutely love. It's probably one of the very first essential oils I ever tried 12 years ago, 11 years ago. It is great for the skin. I do use it in my everyday regime. I use lavender in my olive oil when I'm cleansing my face. It's also good for improving concentration. I just take a little whiff of lavender and just smell it, and it kind of helps me. It calms me down. It's interesting. It can calm me down, but it doesn't make me too sleepy unless I'm already lying down and in that ready to go to sleep mode. But it does kind of calm me down, helps me to focus. And it's great for the bath relaxation. If you've had a tough day, you had a great day, and then you're going to continue having a great day and you want to kind of relax a little bit, putting some lavender in your bath with, let's say, Epsom salt is fantastic.
Oh, I love that.
Yes, yeah, I've tried it too. I did it just the other day, and it was wonderful. Lemon Vitality, that is really good for boosting immunity, which I think is something that's important for everyone. Also, it can induce relaxation and skincare. Again, reducing wrinkles. I do put a little bit of lemon essential oil in my special concoction that I use to cleanse my face. And I don't really have a lot of wrinkles yet, and I'm 63, and I do really attribute a lot of that to the essential oils that I've been using on my skin. Valor. I love Valor, and Allie and I have talked about Valor a lot, and she might want to talk a little bit about it. But for me, it does increase my feelings of strength and courage and self-esteem. But most importantly, it seems to support my energy alignment. It just kind of balances me out. I just take a quick sniff of Valor, and I seem to be kind of balanced. And Allie calls it liquid courage. Why do you call it liquid courage, Allie?
I do call it liquid courage. It's kind of a joke among some of us in Young Living, because what I do is I put it on my throat, and it really truly helps me be able to speak my voice. And so, and since I choose not to drink alcohol just for health purposes, and so I extra value the Valor, because it truly is my liquid courage, and it does, it really does help me be able to feel those feelings of the strength and courage that you mentioned.
Yeah, I love that. And, I like peace and calming first thing in the morning, actually, because it helps balance me out. Again, it helps to level out my energies. Sometimes if you have an appointment in the morning and you're a little nervous about it, it can help you with nervousness. And it can help you with that overwhelmed feeling. For those of you, again, who might have issues with anxiety or stress or worry, or these days with everything that's going on, just feeling overwhelmed, it just seems to kind of calm you out, kind of zen you out, so to speak. So you're not feeling all those things that come with nervousness and that sense of overwhelm. Oops.
And it honestly, it smells really, really good too.
Yes,
So
it does. I like it. I like to just wear it, period. I love it. Um, there's lots of ways to apply the essential oils. We already saw about the bottoms of the feet, the pulse points, and I talked about how you can combine these oils with carrier oils like virgin olive oil, coconut oil, jojoba almond oil, rapeseed oil, rose hip seed oil. Any of those are very good. And on the temples, you can put on your temples. You can also diffuse it, like I've diffused it in the back there. And you can use it on cotton balls. You want to put a little bit in the cotton ball. I've done this before just to see if it worked. I put it on a cotton ball and I put it in a little tiny box in my purse. And if I wanted to just get that smell, I just open up and smell it. And that way I'm not carrying the whole bottle with me, because I've had a couple of essential oil bottle accidents where stuff leaks, all that precious oil leaks out. So that's one way to keep, from having to carry the bottles around with you. And it works for me. So tell us a little bit about Young Living Essential Oils, Allie.
of course. So Young Living is the largest essential oil company in the world. It was started by a lovely couple, Gary and Mary Young. And Gary passed away, unfortunately, several years ago. So Mary continues on and runs the business. And I really love Young Living. One thing I love about them a lot is that they have something called the Seed to Seal Promise, which is unique. The Seed to Seal Promise is essentially that all seeds for the Young Living crops that are going to be grown are heirloom seeds, meaning that they're original. They haven't been genetically modified at all. And from the seed to the sealing of the bottle, so throughout the whole process of, distilling that oil and packaging it and all the other, kind of logistical points that come into it, everything is third party tested. So we know of its purity. And like I've mentioned earlier, there are no chemical uses. It's 100% therapeutic, so it's not watered down. And I love that Seed to Seal Promise. You can, in fact, I did it at the end of July. I visited a Young Living farm in Utah when I was there for other things. And it was incredible just to be able to go look at some of their process. And I didn't get to see the whole thing. A lot of it is shut down because of what's going on in the country, but I was able to at least visit part of it and see some of their crops, and it's wonderful.
Wow, that's very
nice. Yeah, it was lovely. We did talk a little bit just about how the ones that are labeled Vitality are safe to ingest, which is really great because that means that there's a whole line of oils that you can cook with. Mm. And I love that ability. So
yeah, I've experimented with that a little bit. I make a mean guacamole with my lime. Where's my lime? Oh, yeah. I love it. It's so good. And I just recently got some orange Vitality. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm going to be trying it a little bit in my water because this is really a good immune system booster as well. Has a really nice orangey type flavor, citrus flavor. And you get tired of drinking your water all the time, lemon it, change it up and put a little bit of orange Vitality in it, and it will taste fantastic. I'm really excited about Young Living Essential Oils. And part of the reason why I'm so excited about it is that the team that I've worked with, Allie came in and then she brought me into the business, and I've been learning a lot. And if you're interested in purchasing any of the oils or finding out more about the oils that we've been talking about, just schedule a free consultation with me. And my consultation link is also in the email that you opened in order to get to this particular presentation, but there it is right there. Take a snapshot of it and contact me, and we can go over what it is that you think you might need the oils for, and we'll learn together about the oils and the things that can help you. This particular oils that we just got through showing you, all these oils are part of their premium package. You can get all those oils, and there's 12 of them, for only $165, which is such a buy because it also includes the Thieves products that we kind of talked about a little bit, and also the Ninzia?
You know what? It's really hard to say. So it's called Ningxia Red.
Ningxia Red, the Ningxia Red product that we will talk to you about in just a little bit. And you get a medical grade diffuser, an excellent diffuser. So, I mean, really, it's quite a bargain. And you get a chance to join Young Living in terms of being able to receive further discounts on their products and services. And for those of you who are looking for an extra revenue stream or looking for making money right now, these essential oils are fantastic. Everybody's looking these days for ways to feel well in their bodies, to boost their immune system, to get rid of their stress and their anxiety and worry. And many people still do not know about the benefits of essential oil. So this could be your opportunity to go ahead and create a business for yourself. I think we all have learned one thing. We've learned a lot of things during this whole pandemic season, but one of them is the need for all women in particular to have some kind of business of their own, a stream of revenue that you can focus on if something happens to that, you know, that job that you have that we used to think once we had a job, we'd be there until the gold watch. Those times are gone. So the idea of having something that's yours that you can grow and develop at your pace, and then also get the benefit of not just the tax write-offs, but the benefit of enhanced health, enhanced wellness. I just think it's a wonderful business for women in particular to get into. So if you're interested in finding out more about the oils, what kind of oils you need based upon what it is that you might need, and also interested in finding out more about the business, please make an appointment with me. It's as you can see, it's live vcita.com and then /site/wellnesswoman40, and that will take you to my appointment calendar and schedule some time so we can talk more about these oils. Or you can go to my site just to go ahead and purchase the oils, and that's vibelivingoils.com, vibelivingoils.com. Come on and join me in this essential oil journey, and I would love to have you as part of my business. I'm having so much fun learning and trying and doing and really feeling better in my skin, and I think maybe even looking a little bit better because of the oils that I'm using. Ali, is there anything I missed? Anything else that we should be sharing?
Well, I just wanted to give a shout out to the medical grade diffuser and why that's important.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of diffusers, you know, it's like, oh, well, I can just grab a diffuser at the grocery store or on Amazon. And yeah, that's true. But the problem is that, especially with citrus oils, pretty quickly the oils will eat through your diffuser, and then you'll start diffusing plastic around you rather than the oils. And plastic is a known carcinogen. And so the last thing we want to do is be adding more plastic when we're working on getting healthy. And so the medical grade diffuser from Young Living doesn't allow that to happen. And so you're only diffusing the oils, and you never have to worry that it's going to start diffusing plastic in your home.
That's beautiful.
So I did give a shout out for that.
That's very good. Absolutely right. And, you know, I want to say one more thing about essential oils. A lot of people will buy them from Amazon or buy them at the health food store and other places like that. And just remember what Ali said about the pure quality of the seed to seal product that Young Living does provide. They really are excellent oils. And I know a lot of practitioners who use Young Living oils, people who are massage therapists. I even know I have a friend who's a psychologist, and she used Young essential oils to create a line of oils for her business to help people deal with workplace stress and other kinds of issues that a lot of her patients had. So even people who are in the business of helping people feel better are using essential oils. So I hope that you have enjoyed this presentation. I certainly have enjoyed sharing it with you, and I hope you took a picture. If you didn't take a picture, go back and take a look at it and take a picture of how you can make an appointment with me. And Ali, thank you so much for sharing your knowledge and expertise and spending this time with me talking about something we both love to do.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me. Have a good day, everyone.
Have a good day, and I hope you are enjoying the retreat. Take lots of notes. Sometimes go back over some of the presentations. There's so much knowledge that's being shared, and don't forget to open all your attachments and click on all the links. There's all kinds of wonderful information and also discounts and services that you might want to take advantage of. Thanks so much for listening, and thanks for your support. We'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.